Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Today I'm going to show you a quite a unique blue fragrance that's still very unknown to the market, the Ajmal Evoke Midnight Edition. As usual, let's quickly check out the presentation of this fragrance. It comes in this dark blue colored box. On the top we got Ajmal, on the front Evoke Midnight Edition, on the back some legal information, on the bottom the production date of the bottle. My bottle was made in March of 2022. As you can see, there's sort of an opening in the box itself where you can see the actual bottle sitting inside. Now the whole bottle has a sort of a texture feel to it as well. Now let's take out the bottle, and this is how the bottle looks. Now the bottle is very reminiscent of all the other members of the Evoke line of fragrances from Ajmal. I can here show you the Evoke Gold edition. As well, as you can see, they have pretty much the same bottle design apart from the coloring. Now the color, as you can see, is this very dark blue color that has glossy finish, and it's a very interesting bottle design, and the whole bottle looks absolutely fantastic in this color. The only problem I have with this actual bottle is the fact that it has a glossy finish to it, and because of the dark color it's an absolute fingerprint magnet. You have a metal cap that's very light and a silver sprayer that I'll show you in a second. Okay, just want to quickly mention something. A shout out to Joy Amin, a fellow reviewer who actually shot this fragrance for the first time. At least I saw his review for the first time, and that sparked my interest for me to look for this fragrance, and a few weeks ago I was able to get this one. Okay, let me show you the sprayer in action. As you can see, decent sprayer. And now about the scent profile. So the official note breakdown of this fragrance reads the following. The top notes are raspberry, orange and pink pepper. The middle notes are saffron, cardamom and violet. And the base notes are patchouli, tonka bean and musk. And I can say that this fragrance, the official note breakdown, is pretty accurate. As soon as you spray this fragrance, you immediately get hit with that mix of the raspberry and the pink pepper with a hint of the orange somewhere in the background. It's quite spicy in the opening. The red pepper note is quite prominent. It's quite sharp, very sort of sharp in a nice way, very spicy in a very nice way. Then when this starts to dry down, you get a hint of the cardamom, a slight hint to my nose, and you also start to really feel the violet note in here. You get that sort of interesting freshness slash sweetness from the violet note. On the dry down, this thing becomes sweeter. You start to get that tonka bean note, which becomes very prominent, and the more this fragrance starts to dry down, the more the tonka bean starts to get prominent scent wise. You still get that spiciness. The pink pepper note starts to disappear a little bit, and then the patchouli takes over. The interesting part about the interesting thing about the patchouli in this fragrance is that it's not a dusty type of patchouli, it's a spicy type of patchouli. And you maybe get some hint of a musk somewhere in the background. But as I said, fruity opening, fruity spicy opening. Then on the mid dry down you get that violet leaf, and on the deeper dry down the tonka bean and the patchouli take over. The fragrance is sweet on the dry down, slightly powdery because of that tonka bean note. All in all, a very interesting scent profile, a very interesting fragrance that changes quite a lot from the opening to the dry down. It's not linear in any way. Now, as far as how similar this is to any other fragrance, in this case, Ajmal have not done a clone of any other fragrance. I think that the Evoke Midnight Edition is sort of an original creation. It shares some of the DNA of the original Versace The Dreamer, but I don't think they're that close, and for sure that I think that the Evoke Midnight Edition is not a clone of Versace Dreamer or anything else that I've ever smelled. So it's quite a unique scent, and an interesting unique scent that I think is an original creation by Ajmal. Okay, now performance wise, this thing is a pretty good performer. I get about 8 to 9 hours on my skin with pretty solid projection in the first about 2 hours. Versatility wise, this thing I think is a little bit more orientated towards the colder months of the year, but I think you can wear this in spring and early fall as well, as long as it's not too hot out there, because the sweetness can become cloying. Um, it's more orientated towards the nighttime usage, and I think the whole sort of a presentation of the box and the color of the bottle itself and the name of the fragrance, Midnight Edition, I think suggests the fact that Ajmal also think that this is more of a nighttime type of a fragrance. Price wise, I was able to get this fragrance for the equivalent of about 25 US dollars, which I think is a pretty good deal. The only gripe that I have with this fragrance is the fact that the bottle size is 90 milliliters. Ajmal went with 90 milliliters instead of 100. All in all, this is a very interesting, very unique blue type of a fragrance. If you like blue fragrances, if you like fruity, sweet, at the same time spicy fragrances, I think you definitely need to check out the Evoke Midnight Edition. And because of the fact that this is so unique and it's not like it doesn't copy any other fragrance, I think this has a place in pretty much anybody's collection. And so guys, in today's video I showed you the Ajmal Evoke Midnight Edition, a very interesting, unique blue fragrance. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, stay safe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.